All right. I'm back. 5Bs versus everybody. Okay, this is gonna be the part two to the video on interracial relationships and interracial couples. Okay, now obviously in part one I touched on Serena Williams, and I had this little clip pulled up. Now this is an interview Serena Williams did back in 2004. As you can see, the status of this is false. Okay, they claim because it got leaked. That's why Serena and Venus came out and denied it. But obviously, as we all know, Serena Williams was a Caucasian man and married one and has a child, has a daughter with her. I believe the daughter's name is Olympia. And look, if that's her business, man. Look, I got no problem with it. What I don't like is the hypocrisy per se. They get all anked, all these liberal black women on the internet, social media. They get all worked up every time be quite honest with you, a D-level NBA player, D-level star NBA player, like who's a bench player or NFL player who's a bench player, says anything about black women or is with a Caucasian woman or Latino woman, or hell, even a light-skinned African-American woman, but they don't keep that same energy for the females, okay? And black females being with Caucasian men goes all the way back. Josephine Baker, Diana Ross, and what's the girl name? Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou was married to 3 Caucasian men. But no one brings her up, and she gets a pass for some odd reason. But anyway, let's look at this interview. Okay, let's see here. The interview says, Miss Williams, we are all interested in your new boyfriend. Serena responds, there's no new boyfriend. I stopped playing with boys when I stopped dating black guys. I have a new man in my life, and yes, he's white. Interviewer, so you prefer to date white men instead of black guys? Serena responds, Serena Williams, the queen, mother goddess of the sports world. Stephen A. Smith's a dumbass. Be on ESPN talking about if Serena was a man, she'd be the greatest athlete of all time. And people talk about she's the greatest athlete of all time. Look, is she? No. And I remember a couple years ago, they did the top 50 greatest black athletes list. And first of all, there were many things wrong with that list. Kobe Bryant wasn't on it. Floyd Mayweather, of course, wasn't on it. Barry Bonds wasn't on it. Ray Lewis wasn't on it. And then they had these 2 little gymnasts, Simone Biles and Gabby Douglas, in the top 10. Like, that was so blatantly disrespectful. Like, ahead of LeBron James and Steph Curry. Like, it was just so wrong to me. First of all, I'll say this. I'll give Serena this much credit. If there was any woman to allow to be in the top 10, it had to be Serena. Her or FloJo. But, other than that, there's just a whole bunch of... that was just some bullshit, but... Okay, but back to this. Serena responded, let's be real. If you are a successful black female, you only have 2 choices. Date outside your race or other successful black females. Okay? Now, what if a black man... What if someone like Floyd Mayweather or, who's currently active, like Russell Westbrook or LeBron, whomever. What if one of those guys said this? Said for a black man to be successful and he has to get him a Caucasian woman or turn gay. That's basically what Serena Williams basically said. She'd rather be gay than date a black man. And as we saw earlier, she said she stopped messing with boys. We stopped dating black guys. What if a black male athlete or entertainer says something like that? Like, I stopped messing around with little girls. I stopped messing around with black women. Okay, wouldn't they cyber lynch his ass? But Serena Williams can get away with this. It's just some bull. Okay, interviewer. Are you saying there are no successful black men to date? Serena said, of course not. But let's face it. If Oprah would date outside of her race, she would be married with children now. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey, who these dumbass simps are starting to finally figure out. She doesn't give a fuck about black men. Okay, she hates black men with a passion. Her and her gal pal Gayle King, Ava DuVernay and all those bitches, man. But these dumbass simps are starting to finally figure that out. I figured that shit out a long time ago, but whatever. At least they figured it out. I guess that's all that matters. Let's see here. The state of most black men is so low. The only thing you can do is love them like a poor homeless dog. You can't expect it to protect you. You can only offer shelter and love and watch as our neighbor's pit bull protects his home and family. I, unlike Oprah, am not forced to stay within those boundaries. I was born to a new generation of black women. Yeah. Interviewer. So Oprah is being forced to date Stedman. All I can say is when you find a successful black woman who is not married and does not have children, it is because they refuse to accept the 2 choices. Some may go as far as marriage to a black guy, but they realize divorce is inevitable. say they do not have children. You're like, bro, do y'all hear how belligerent she's being, bro? Like, I get that. I would love to hear, like Lamar Jackson or, Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray or Dak Prescott. I mean, Dak's already biracial. I would love to hear one of these guys say this shit like this. See, and watch out how much they get cyber lynched. Okay. Or they have children with one and don't marry in order to preserve their wealth and good credit. Oprah is one of many who silently protest being stuck with such poor choices by refusing to marry and reproduce, but you can see how much it hurts her. She's always giving away money to children's charities. I hope she makes the choice to marry a non-black soon so she can have a child of her own. Yeah, so hold on, let me get this out of the way. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about. These interracial. Look, say I grew up in New York, man. I grew up in New York. Obviously, I've dealt with Latina women. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like Latina women. Okay, so I'm not gonna. Okay, so if you want to date interracially, do your thing. If you want to date interracially, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? If you like Italian women, if you like Chinese women, Japanese women, American black women, American white women, go ahead and do that. Okay, go ahead and do that. I'll be a hypocrite. I'm not chastising Serena for wanting to be with Caucasian men. I just don't like the hypocrisy, how they don't criticize or cyber lynch her like they would a Lamar Jackson if he were to say some stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. And, comment down below more video ideas for me. Help a young brother grow on YouTube by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. All right. See y'all.